Hello, quasi-farmers. This is the quasi-random farm here. This is going to be a really quick video about basic maintenance of DeWalt's 60-volt max chainsaw. Now, this is a battery-powered chainsaw. As you can see, there is no battery currently in the chainsaw. And I'm going to start off with this part up here. So this is your safety lock. Now, even though there's no battery in, you would pull it down if you wanted to be able to utilize the chainsaw, push it up to keep it locked so that it could not activate if you did have a battery in there. Just to be safe. You never know. So starting at the bottom here, you've got a tool. As most of DeWalt's tools have every little internal component to break everything down or do any kind of maintenance that you could possibly need in the tool itself. This is no exception. So all we're doing, we are turning the chainsaw on its side. Try and stabilize this the best I can. Just bear with me just a second. Okay, so I got this on the side. Now this right here is going to either tighten or loosen the chain. And depending on perspective, you're not necessarily really tightening it or loosening the chain itself. What you're actually doing is extending or retracting the bar. And we'll see. I'm going to take this part off right here. So all we're doing is loosening these. Now that that's loosened, I can pop this part off, this little guard right here. And as you can see, there is loads of crud. We have been taking care of some serious trees. So for basic maintenance, you're always going to want to do at least a rudimentary clean out. You don't have to necessarily strip down the entirety of the thing and go crazy cleaning it, but it doesn't hurt to keep the basic stuff clean. So what I'm going to do, now that I got that off, I'm going to take a vacuum and turn that on really quick and suck up all that debris. And I don't have an old paintbrush or anything with me, but that was just a really quick little basic suction around the actual bar, around the chain itself. And all I'm doing is just removing crud. So now we're going to turn this little guy. Let's see, might need this tool. Get it loosened up a little bit. The bar, this, if you can see, this little black protruding part right here, this is what's actually being moved left or right with the moving of this. And so with it kind of sitting at a weird angle, the bar is putting weird pressure on this, so it's hard to turn. Now that I'm holding the bar with my right hand, I can easily adjust this, which is retracting the bar or loosening the chain depending on your perspective, so that I can get this piece off. And now with the bar off, I'm going to vacuum one more time just around here and on the other part of the bar itself to remove any extra crud. lost a hold of that. And now we're pretty much done. So the bar and the chain is relatively clean. Now, yeah, again, like, is this a super top-notch job where I went through putting degreaser and everything and absolutely breaking down all the parts? Absolutely not. But it's clean enough. So now I wanted to show you one thing. So you see this, as I'm turning this, you're actually adjusting this little thing, either extending or retracting the bar. So I'm going to turn it all the way counterclockwise as far as it'll go, which pushes it all the way to the back so we can reinstall the bar. And line up, there we go. Line up the inside teeth on your chain. And now this is going to be a little tricky because I've got to apply constant pressure to that bar with my right hand so that it stays steady and stable. Just going to drop that on there. Switch over to my left hand, holding that bar in place. And drop that. I'm doing a terrible job. Got that on there. Now get this other one that I dropped. Everything back in there. And use our little handy tool to tighten that back up. So now the chain is very, very loose because it's still retracted as far in as it'll go as far as the bar is concerned. So all I'm going to do is we are sliding out that little piece, which is extending the bar as far as we possibly can. And in doing so, we are tightening up the chain. Actually, I got this a little too tight. Let's see. And now that I have extended the bar out as long as I want, this chain is on here pretty tight. Or, I mean, not like crazy tight, but it's I'm satisfied with how tight it is. So now I'm going to tighten up the guard here all the way. I'm going to insert the tool back into the bottom of the chainsaw. Goes right there under the handle. So when we need it next time, we will be able to find it. Going to get my flex bolt battery. Insert that in there. It's locked in good. Turn off the guard or turn the safety off. And now we're going to see if it works out. Everything's functioning well. So that was just a quick video on how to take off this guard, how to properly make sure that you got everything really good and clean in here, since this is an auto oiling chainsaw. Got your little oil part here. It gets kind of nasty and goopy. That oil and stuff will mix with the sawdust and whatnot, and it'll kind of get gunked up in there. And you just want to get it good and clean so that you don't have anything rusting, you don't have anything malfunctioning, no kind of accident or anything can occur. It's a good idea when you do start to take stuff apart, go ahead and do a suction out with the vacuum and get everything. So like all the air vents and stuff over here, go ahead and hit that area up, because you may end up having some little bits of debris and sawdust and mess, and you don't want anything to stay in there long term and cause any kind of damage or anything like that. But that's it. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, and subscribe. This is the Quasi-Random Farm. We really, really appreciate everybody and hope everybody has a great day. This was a quick breakdown and maintenance of DeWalt's 60 volt max 20-inch chainsaw. Bye-bye.